Hey, what is up, guys? Ryan G Money Thomas.
Oh my gosh, stop with the G Money.
And Tiffany the Pickle Thomas.
Shut up. You did not just say that. Oh my gosh. So the other day, Ryan's like, you know, because he always says Ryan G. And then Paisley's like, and the Paisley, and Lincoln's sitting across the dinner table, and he goes, the mini Ryan G. What was Jackson?
Jackson is the midget Ryan G.
And then they all look at, I said, I don't have a name. And they're like, yeah, you do. It's the Pickle. So
she doesn't like that name.
So not cool. I feel so short right now.
You're the same height as you always are,
I know, but
Tiff.
Sometimes I have that booster seat. Where's my booster seat? Did you get rid of it?
Okay, so what's up, Blue Lex, Canic TP9? What's up, Rob?
So we have Ting Ting in the house, and she says, beer check, tacos check, guns check, and another live stream. What is up, Ting Ting? Katora can't be on, but I told her I'd say hi to you for her. So bring out Toothpick tonight. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you. Mary messaged me, and she had all these screenshots of your stinking videos. She said I had too much time to waste. She watched all of them.
Okay, guess what? I actually have a surprise tonight.
Oh, gosh.
I have got a bunch of our funniest clips.
Oh, my gosh.
So why don't we start the day off, since we got a request for Toothpick, let's start the day off with a little Toothpick.
Oh, are you serious?
Yo, man, I once saw a crackhead pick up a car off a dead midget prostitute, yo. Shit was crazy, man. You know, I actually think that crack cocaine is good for you, man. I once saw this article by Johns Hopkins University, and they said that crack cocaine actually makes you work better, man. Makes you work faster. Run around, get shit done.
I'm so embarrassed right now.
Listen.
I was hoping that these would be like buried in the deepest depths of our channel.
It took me a minute to find them, and I was like, oh my gosh, man, we got a lot of videos on here.
Because some of them you can't tell because the picture looks normal. Everything looks normal, so you don't click on it. And then who comes out? Buck. Toothpick, did you do any other clips?
Yeah, I got more.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Toothpick or Hunter Biden? Okay. What do you guys think? I want to hear some comments here. I see some LOLs. I see some laughing faces.
Hi, Sandy G. What's up,
Jay?
Canic? Awesome to have you guys on tonight. Wait a minute. Tiffany, kids, you watch the live stream if you still make the reloads. Kids,
what does it say?
Kids, you watch the live stream if you can still make the reload. I don't know.
You're
Eddie,
not supposed to smoke weed before these meetings, Eddie.
Eddie, rephrase, because I think you must have missed out a few words out of there, so then it just came kind of jumbled. Either that or I'm blurry. I don't know. I am overtired. So I was thinking, I saw, Ting Ting had a beer. I was thinking about having a, what's it called? Kahlua and milk, because that is the heavy hitter that I am. But I didn't get it in time, so he said that was spot on, Hunter. Is that I've never watched?
Yeah, I guess Hunter did smoke crack or whatever. Like, we got to have a skit of Toothpick like dropping the gun in the. Oh no, it was his girlfriend that put it in the dumpster, right? Lied on the ATF form.
Toothpick must have won the Darwin Award. Yep, that's kind of the what he was going for there. Hey, what's up, Vinny? How's it going? All right, are you excited for another Monday Night Live where I'm trying to get myself pumped here?
I'm so excited.
Shut up. I'm trying to get myself pumped here because, you know, this time of evening, I'm usually in my jammy jams. Is that what Andy says?
Oh, my gosh, dude. Yeah, that is what Andy would say.
Yeah, from The Office. So, so I got to get myself a little pumped up. What are you doing?
Okay, so no, it's not Jay. Michael asked, have I tried any Sky firearms, the CPX-1, CPX-2, or the CPX-3? Yes, but I never heard of this DVG-1. So this is a striker-fired Sky pistol.
I wonder if this trigger's nicer, because the only thing that I don't like about the trigger, it sucks.
The trigger got a lot better with the 3, the third version. But this, a striker fired, it's got, look at that trigger. That's like
so this is what I can tell you about the Sky from my experience is, for a, budget gun, we sold a ton of them.
$299.
Yeah,
the striker fired pistol.
When we had the gun store, we'd sell them for like $250. We sold a ton. We only had one come back in for repair. The customer brought it into us because they purchased it from us. We shipped it to Sky. We got that gun back in 2 days.
And how long does it take us to get Tauruses back from repair?
Yeah, I know. A very long time. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Look what it did to me. I need you to help me.
Log in.
I don't know your...
Yes, you do.
Okay. I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess your login.
Yeah, Kyle says he wants to try that DVG one. I think it looks pretty neat. And if they're going to sell it for still $299... I mean, that's a ridiculously cheap price for such a high quality gun.
So my experience with them is, of course, you're not going to get like the super great feel that you do with a more expensive firearm like a HK VP9 or even a Glock, frankly. But for a budget gun, if that is all you can afford, they were pretty reliable. You shot like a couple hundred rounds through it, no problem, with no jams.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So, yeah.
Speaking of the VP9...
All right, you ready to do this? Let's hang on. Yeah, my unit was issued the VP9 on my deployment to Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, was it Afghanistan? I don't know. It's all a fucking sandbox to me. My unit and I trained for months for this deployment. Sometimes you gotta kill the innocent person so that you can kill the bad guy so that you can, save the innocent person. Pretty sure that Sun Tzu said that, Art of War. My psychiatrist says that I have PTSD from my time behind the wire.
Wait, weren't you in the Air Force?
Hey, f you, buddy. I knew this was gotcha journalism. We ain't gonna gotch me. Let me ask you a question. How did you sleep between April 2001 and May of 2007?
I don't know. Pretty good, I guess.
That's because I was defending freedom, you fucking socialist.
That's a lot of beeps.
It's a lot of beeps.
My little virgin ears were a little bit tingling there, so
Tactical Steve doesn't it? Tactical Steve's a combat veteran.
I get it.
He's hardened.
I get it. But if your ears are sensitive like mine, I apologize on the behalf of Ryan and Tactical Steve and myself.
And you guys, you couldn't see it in the video because of the way they edited it, but we were trying to figure out, what's, the super cocky, arrogant veteran person, right? Yeah. So I said, they got to sprawl their legs, as wide. My legs were spread as wide as they could possibly be.
I don't even want to picture that there, sweetheart.
Marcel says, Tactical Steve, will you be my dad? Tactical Steve is probably the father to many children around the world.
Yes, I agree. So I guess you have more skits up your sleeve.
Do you remember? In The Office where Michael meets Karen for the first time?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, well, you're very exotic looking. Was your father a GI?
Okay, if you, I don't know what's happening with my chat.
Okay,
I might not be able to read any. So if you guys, though, I want to know if you guys watch The Office, because I need to see.
Michelle says, virgin ears with a nickname, The Pickle. You're not fooling anyone.
I did not give myself that name.
Yeah, where did that name come from?
The kids just said it out of nowhere.
And then it made you mad, so then we kept doing it.
Yeah, I think it's because the kid, Lincoln gets really mad at me because his nickname, ever since he was a very little boy, because Paisley couldn't say Lincoln, we just named him Doodle. I don't know where it came from. He was really little, but now, he's 10 years old next month, and I still call him Lincoln Doodle, and he's like, stop calling me that, Mom. So I think that's kind of where, they came up with the pickle for Mom. So I don't like it. Every episode of The Office, heck yeah. So Ryan and I are embarrassed to say that we've watched it every season from beginning to start or to end at least 20 times. Yes, you've heard that correctly.
Yeah, Paisley says, Dad, why don't you watch it? Honestly, it's one of the only shows I'll ever watch.
Yeah.
Because I just need something easy where I already know the characters and stuff, right? I don't want to watch something new.
You still bust out laughing.
It's hilarious.
And we still catch things. And Ryan will tell you he's cried only 3 or 4 times in his life.
Yeah, I cannot watch the episode of Pam and Jim getting married without tearing up.
It's so cute.
So sad or what? And then the final, when Michael leaves, his final episode.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to cry. There's nothing to stop it.
It's super funny. What did you just cry on the other day? That was pretty funny.
We were watching Tony Robbins speak.
Oh,
And I started getting emotional.
Ryan got all teared up. The kids were making fun of him.
Freaking coward.
Okay, wait. So thank you so much, Simply Tay. That was very, very nice of you. He says, what do you think about the Ruger American 9mm?
I think Ruger makes very good guns. There's really the only guns of Ruger that bother me are their double action only pistols, like the LC9 and the LCP and stuff like that.
Right.
But the Ruger American seems to be a really good option. It's a budget option, but Ruger is a very high quality company, extreme high levels of customer service, and it's a good value.
Don't they have a striker fired LC9?
Yeah, so now that's called the LC9S.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Because I think, like every good company, right? You put out a product, then you start listening to feedback. A lot of people are complaining about the trigger, so now let's come out with a better trigger version.
Right.
Same reason that Sky's coming out with this new striker-fired gun, right?
Yeah, because they realize the trigger just sucks otherwise.
And you can't fix it with a double-action-only gun.
Yeah, so I agree. All right, Jim is asking, what's the requirements in Florida? I'm in Indiana wanting to move there. So which requirements, Jim? I'm guessing you're asking to get a Florida concealed weapons permit, is my thoughts. You just got to take a class and then submit your application to the state.
And you can take your concealed carry class with the best Florida concealed carry permit trainer, TampaCarry.com.
And that would be this guy. All right, that was a sobering video you posted about the motorcycle rider pulling the weapon and getting shot for his troubles.
Yeah, you didn't
see
it.
Did the motorcyclist live? No, you told me about it.
No, he died. No, he died. So
he did.
Yeah, he was young. I think it was like 23, 25 or something like that. I guess he had a trauma kit on him, which is great. But if you're going to carry a trauma kit, you probably shouldn't start stuff with random drivers by pointing a gun at them. Yeah. So he got shot. He then tried to apply the trauma dressing. I guess he was yelling at other drivers to get out and help him. But again, you were just waving a gun around at people.
Yeah.
I'm not super inclined to get out of my vehicle and leave my family to come help you when you were threatening to kill innocent people 10 seconds prior.
Yeah.
So he did die. And, it's a sobering lesson that you never know who you're dealing with. We just had, right by our Tampa office, a guy got shot and killed a couple weeks ago. We still don't know the whole story, but TPD believes it was road rage. And they just found a body lying in the street, and other vehicles said the other driver just drove away.
Can't believe how off the chain people get in their vehicle. There is a big problem in America today with this anger and aggressiveness. Because if somebody cuts you off, seriously, I cut somebody off the other day. It was such an accident. It was my fault. I take full responsibility. I did a dummy shoulder check. So I checked my mirror, and then I did I'm gonna kind of look, but I didn't look. And they were in my blind spot. Yeah. And I went to move over, and the car, honked their horn, and they're all pissed off, and then they kind of chased me up the thing, and I'm going I'm so sorry, oh sorry, accident. And if somebody did that to me, I would be no problem, have a great day, my Canadian wave. And I can't believe they just kept on going I was the worst person to ever walk the face of the earth, and they needed to destroy me.
Yeah,
what the heck?
Yeah, it happens. Me and the kids had something happen today. Me and the boys. I didn't tell you. We went to Home Depot and we unloaded the stuff you wanted me to return, right? And we're walking through the parking lot, and this, there's a van coming one way and there's a Mercedes coming the other way. And as we're walking, the Mercedes was close to us because it was tight, right?
Yeah.
And then the guy just floored it and kind of zooming around real quick, so much that Lincoln verbally said, I'm scared, Dad.
Yeah.
So I waited for the guy to park. Young kid, he got out, he was very angry. And I said, what was that, bro?
Yeah.
I said, and he goes, it was nothing. And I said, you just flew right past these kids. And he goes, I didn't speed past anybody. And I said, my son verbally said that he was scared.
Right.
Now, thankfully, I was expecting this to escalate and get worse.
Right.
But the young kid, he was very angry. So he was obviously having a rough day.
Yeah.
But he said, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's good.
And then I was just you just got to pay attention, man. They're little kids.
Yeah.
Okay? They're little kids.
Yeah, and I understand, if it's tight and you had some big stuff to return, so you were probably a little bit in the road, that he was, creeping up behind you. But this is the thing. let's take it in perspective. It's going to take you an extra 30 seconds to park in the parking spot because there is a dad with little kids pushing something in the parking lot.
Now, I'll give this guy credit because then as we're walking, I'm a fast walker, right? So I walked in front of him. And then Lincoln must have looked at him or whatever because the guy said, "I'm sorry, buddy."
Oh, that's nice.
I think it was good. It was nice.
Yeah, but it could have. This is the thing, though. That ended okay. That very well.
It could have been bad.
Ended badly. That guy.
I was freaking pissed.
The guy could have gotten irate.
I was pissed.
Well,
so
you know what? Bad on you too, then, because you can't get that upset over something like that. You have to control yourself just as much as they do. Ting Ting says road rage is getting out of control in Seattle area, but I'm sure it's getting worse everywhere. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it seems like a national thing. I don't even think
everything.
It's road rage.
It's everything.
I think it's anger in general.
Yeah.
And I think because of social media and because of what our culture is doing,
it's all about me is what our culture is doing. It's all about
very
what's
true.
good for you, what feels good for you, what you think is right, and screw everybody else. Whereas before, it really was more love your neighbor. It really was. You help take care of people. If you see someone struggling with their groceries, you help them. If you see a lady that needs help with the door, you help them. I'll tell you what, that stuff doesn't even... I saw a post on Facebook the other day, and it said, if you're sitting in a bus and an elderly woman comes on the bus, do you give your seat up? And I was appalled to see how many people said, no, I got here first. It's my seat. And then it asked about a pregnant woman, and it was the same thing. It was such selfishness.
Yeah, I have never been like that. And I would smack I don't care how old my children are, my boys or my grandkids, they will get whacked in the head hard. Mm-hmm. So women can talk about feminism all they want, but men, we still have to take care of women. Yep. That's just the bottom line.
I agree. And I am that woman that I want you to stand up and say, Miss, I'll tell you what, at church, there was, Kathy's son, I won't say the last name, but he was always the only young man, and he's like 20, 22. Yeah. Anytime he saw me carrying something heavy for the children's ministry, he would right away, I got that for you. I got that for you. He'd take it out of my hands. I would try to be like, no, it's okay, because I know he's doing his work too. He would not ever. If he saw a woman carrying something, he took it, and he was so respectful, and I always admired that about him. I sure hope we raise our voice.
Okay, but here's the thing. So Patty says men don't get any benefit that they used to receive from taking care of women anymore. But you know what's important about that is we don't do it. A man doesn't do it because we get a benefit. It's the exact same concept as a sheepdog doing what a sheepdog does. We don't do it for people to gain some type of benefit. We do it because it's the right thing to do.
I agree with that, but I will say this. I think what he's saying as well. So before, women would take that as complimentary.
Sure.
But now women are like, no, I got it. Thanks. Or, back off. Or I don't need your help. And that can really, really, shut someone down. And that does happen a lot because that seems to be the way that for some reason women feel like if they take help from a man, then I'm all about it. Reach everything on the high shelf, open every hard jar that I need opened. Like I carry all the heavy boxes. I don't want to do any of that. And if I walk on a bus or to a bus stop, I want you to give up your seat for me.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I agree.
I want to be treated like a lady.
Yep, I agree, John. The idea of a strong man is getting kind of crushed on in America today.
Yeah. Kathy Douglas says respect and manners. Yes, I agree. Ryan G. Tiffany, I adore you. Do you say that? Do you say that to me? Is that what he's saying?
That has never come out of my mouth once in my life.
One day Ryan's going to tell me how much he loves me.
Okay, Simply Tay says, once I held the door for a woman one time and she couldn't even say thank you. Yeah. Listen, you're going to deal with scumbags like that, right? And it's just kind of what bothers me. I meet a lot of people every month and I shake everybody's hand.
Yes.
What really shocks me about society is how many people do not understand how to shake somebody's hand.
Yeah.
Like if you ever meet us in person, which a lot of you have, and when my kids are there, right? We tell the boys, they know. They have to come shake your hand and tell you their name. But that's not good enough. They also have to look in your eyes while they tell you your name.
Yes.
Those are very basic skills that are not being taught. Like people come up and do this. They go, oh yeah, hey.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, whatever. You obviously don't think I'm important.
Right.
So then why should I deliver any value to you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's sad. I don't know. Those are all things that I loved about, back in the day, those respectful things. But I don't know. What does Patty say here? Men have lost all the benefit to be a good man. Divorce laws are against them. Women no longer want to be feminine and take care of men. They compete. Yes, I agree. And it's on both sides. It's wrong on both sides. So, I think a lot of times when that was happening, men took advantage of women, just expected them to take care of them and, do everything. And then, kind of didn't maybe treat them very gratefully. And that then kind of caused, the woman to revolt and say, well, screw you. I can, do it on my own type of thing. And then it just turned into going after another instead of becoming a team. Like, that's what I tell Ryan all the time when we get into these arguments. I'm like, let's refocus, because we already got to fight the whole world. Let's not fight each other. Like, remember, we're a team and we're on the same team. And as soon as we switch that and remember that, then we can objectively go, okay, yes, let's not fight each other and let's figure out how to work together and fix this as a team. So anyway, kind of crazy.
Me a sandwich.
Yes. Yeah. And make me a sandwich. Yes. Yes. A handshake like a wet fish. Isn't that the grossest thing?
Oh my gosh. It drives me nuts.
Me too.
It drives me nuts.
As soon as I'm sorry, men, if you have a, wet fish, clammy hand, but as soon as I do that, I'm like, ugh.
No, I meet people like that. That doesn't bother me. Like, I get that that's not something you can control.
It's not like a sweaty hand though. It's like a dead fish.
No. We have students like that. I can overcome that part. But as long as you're shaking the hand properly, you're looking me in the eyes, you're
Firm.
being engaged and all that stuff. But when you just don't care and you're just, whatever, I'm out.
Okay, Cecile says, have you followed the collapse of South Africa today?
I didn't know it collapsed.
No.
I know that there's been a bunch of riots. I know some people were getting beaten up and hurt.
Uh-oh. And what does that cause? What's happening?
A lot of racism. Yeah. So, it's predominantly white people in South Africa, and the tribal people are just pissed off about something. Yeah. It's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that really sucks. So Placid Saint says, I moved to Florida a week ago and it's done nothing but rain.
Yeah. Welcome to Florida.
You came to rainy season. So.
And it rains. What's crazy is it'll rain every day at the exact same time.
Yeah, but it'll get better. It won't stay like that, I promise. I actually love the rainy season because I love how it gets dark and kind of gloomy in the house, because it makes it easier for me to be like, yeah, I should have a cup of coffee right now.
Like you need an excuse to have a cup of coffee.
Listen, I cut down today. I only had 4.
Ooh, wow.
I'm not drinking one now. You guys know I always drink one. So
True.
4 is a big deal. And one of those 4 was a decaf. So I have to say.
Yeah, the Seb. I don't know what that means. My hands get naturally sweaty on their own. I had a guy take my private shooting course, and he was really struggling, loading the mags, right? Now, I can obviously jump in there and do it very easily, but I want you to learn, right? Man, this guy was Tiffany. Sweat was pouring off of it, and it's air conditioned, right? Pouring off of his face everywhere. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I said, bro, you just got to keep working, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Just keep doing it. No, I get sweaty face. So, everybody has their own kind of spot. I want to say my brother gets sweaty here on the chest. So right away, he'll be doing whatever and his whole chest.
Yeah, you remember our buddy AJ used to carry every day. He would bring 5 or 6 different shirts with him. Because you get so sweaty.
Yeah, I get sweaty in the face right away. So my whole face, nothing else on my body will be sweating, but I'll be dripping sweat. And it's
because you got a 1/4 inch of makeup on your face.
Shut up. I do not. Why do you say that? You're so rude. So rude.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh gosh, they're asking about guns and tacos again. I'm just gonna skip over that question.
Okay, Jason Walker says, any in-person training courses coming up? Yes.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Jason Walker was asking on a message. No, he's asking about the advanced.
I know. That's what I was talking about. Okay. Yes, we are going to do it. We're going to start doing it on a regular basis again. It's only going to be here in Brandon, though. But we will let you know as soon as we're ready to start doing that again.
I didn't even know about that, Jason, or else I would have told you that. I kept putting it off. I'm sorry. I read my messages sometimes in bed, and then it's too late to respond.
Okay, Sergio, what's your question? Tell me your question. Ryan, where did you get your tactical sling bag at? I don't know. I've got one that I hold that was designed for an MP5. That's from 511.
I think he's talking about the one that
the camera bag?
Yeah, the one that you carry for
the bag that I use for guns and tacos, which is a camera bag, yes. I got at Bunker Depot.
Yes, close the door. Jackson just opened the door and then stuck his arm through with an M&M yogurt. And he's going like this. All I can see is an M&M yogurt through the door.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
Okay, why don't I get where ain't no guns and tacos video anymore? Please tell why.
Christopher Owen is on here. He said he had a great day at the range with Ryan last week. Highly recommend the private range time. Did he come from Orlando? I think so, right? Yeah. So if you can handle Ryan for an hour and a half, you can have him all to yourself at a private range class. Oh, no, ladies. So, it takes a special person to, be able to hang out with you for an hour and a half. I'm just saying.
I am awesome. When I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay? No, it is fun. The private range is always very fun. And it's funny, sometimes like with Chris, we started doing a little bit more advanced stuff because he really got it, right?
Because he could understand it, yeah.
But sometimes with private range, like this has happened twice in the last year, I spent more time hugging these women and trying to get them to calm down than we did actually shooting.
Well, because the private range, though, is tailored to you. So you may be very beginner. You may want help buying a gun. You may want to shop for guns with you.
Some people show up with just a massive list of questions, and they want to stand there and just ask me questions.
Some people bring all their gear, their holsters and stuff, and they're like, tell me how to use all this stuff. So, it's tailored to whatever you want. So, yeah, interesting.
What's up, Craig?
So he says, haha, well spent. Well, that's good. I'm glad you took them off my hand for a few hours is all I got to say. Bunker Depot is awesome. Yes, they are. I will say that too. All right.
I feel like I'm not processing these comments properly today. Am I super overly tired?
I think so,
I did get up very early today, but
yeah.
I don't know.
You want to know why? Do you want to know why we're getting up early? I'll tell you why. Because Ryan started doing this thing called the Miracle Morning. So you can Google it after this.
Let me explain this. So I am on a massive push to figure out who I need to become to achieve the things that I want to achieve. So as I'm researching these high performers and figuring out what are the habits that every high performer does, there are 6 things that every high performing CEO, actor, athlete, they all do these 6 things in the morning. So I thought, shoot, if these dudes can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
So it's waking up early. It's meditating first thing in the morning. Then doing affirmations, then doing visualization, then reading, then exercising, drinking a bottle of water. They also talk about journaling, which I haven't done yet because it's not really
haven't done
my thing or not. But I love it. It's pretty amazing. So I got Tiffany to start doing it with me.
So we're doing it together. But this is the thing: when the alarm goes off, Ryan springs out of bed like I've actually never been like this in my life before, but literally when that alarm goes off, like I'm freaking up. And I was listening to a speaker the other day say, you have 5 seconds. When you get an idea for a business, you have 5, that idea is alive for 5 seconds. You're either going to act on it or you're going to let it die. When you have that alarm go off in the morning, you have a choice to either wake up or 5
stay
seconds.
in bed.
So Ryan springs up right away, and then I'm like, ooh. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I like this new Ryan. And then I come downstairs and he's like, time to meditate. I said, I can't even make a coffee? Because I'm thinking I always have coffee. It's the first thing I do. I can't even see. And I know how to operate the coffee machine fully without seeing. And he's like, no, meditate. It's been a rough week, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen.
This has not been a rough week.
It's been a rough week.
It's been awesome.
Okay, let's see if there's any questions after we went on that little tangent there.
Anybody know about really deep pockets for pocket carry? So I pocket carried for years and years, an LCP using the DeSantis Nemesis pocket holster, and I just had normal jeans on. So you don't really need, when you have the right size gun, you don't need super deep or massive pockets. Now, if you're trying to pocket carry a Glock 19, obviously that's going to be a challenge. But Ruger LCP, a Glock 42, maybe even a 43. Those are all very easy to pocket carry with the right holster.
So Anne says, are you doing the meditation? Yes, we are. Is it a different meditation? Website suggestions. We have the Calm app, and we love it.
Yeah, so because I don't know about meditation, right? So we're listening to, it's called beginner meditation. So he's actually teaching what meditation is.
It's so not what we thought.
Yeah, and it's interesting. My whole concept of meditation was that it was religious. I always thought that it was like a Hindu practice, and maybe that's where it started. But what I've learned is that meditation is really exercise for the mind.
Yeah.
And it's learning how to focus on one thing.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. You guys know I'm a big reader. I read every day. I've actually been able to focus and concentrate harder while I'm reading.
Yes.
And I've been able to concentrate for longer periods of time during the workday than I was before. Before I get super tired and I had to stop and relax for a bit. Now I'm in an entire day. So from 6 a.m. until right now, I've probably taken 30-minute break.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's pretty good.
So Ray is saying exactly what you say. Do what you hate doing, like you love it. Do what your opponent isn't willing to do. Mike
I heard
Tyson.
a great quote yesterday.
I gotta find
and it
this
said,
guy.
play the hand that you're dealt like it was the hand that you wanted. And I thought, how fascinating is that? Like, we all have reasons that we can say, I can't do it because of this. I can't do it because my back hurts. I can't do it because I'm on medication. I can't do it because of my race, my age, my gender. The bottom line is, nobody cares.
Yeah, we can all do it.
Your success does not care. You know, the bottom line is anybody can accomplish anything in America. That's why America is great.
Okay. I found the question for Sergio. They're like, please answer his question. I found it. Can you conceal carry 2 guns on your person? Ankle, waist, for example? Absolutely you can. I mean, if you live in Florida, there's no law against that. You can carry 15 guns if you want, honestly.
God bless
Problem is, if you were to ever use, your gun in self-defense and you had 15 guns on you, they'd probably use that against you.
Probably.
2, though. That's totally fine.
2's fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Listen, guys, we don't ever mean to skip anybody's comments. It's just they go by really fast on our screen because we have YouTube and Facebook, so they do kind of fling by. So we try to catch all of them. But if you see somebody that's not having their question answered, go ahead and just say that. Your voice is so annoying, dude. Well, Kirsten.
Do you know, Kirsten, I have to listen to about an hour of my videos every single morning that my editor gets done. And I agree. My voice is annoying. Every morning I'm like, I need this to be over. It takes me about 30 minutes to an hour.
But here's the thing.
I don't care.
And that's what he was born with. So just like you, we can't change our voice. So unfortunately, if you don't like it, with all due respect, we're
Click
sorry.
that X button and go somewhere else.
There's just nothing that we can do. So yeah, sorry that you find it annoying. People say that my voice is annoying too all the time. It is what it is.
Sure. I mean, who cares?
I think what it is thank God I have such a beautiful face.
Okay, Daniel
People
says,
stay for that.
What do you think about PSA Rifles? Daniel, I absolutely love and massively respect Palmetto State Armory. They have done, I don't know who the owners are, but they have done an amazing job of creating extremely high quality mil-spec guns, whether we're talking about their AR-15s, their AK platforms, their MP5, this new dagger. Everything that they do is top-notch, while at the same time being extremely affordable. That's what we want in a great American company. It's awesome.
So Todd says he loves your voice. He thinks it's intense. Carlos says, I go to sleep with your voice on the Calm app.
There you go.
Should hear my squeaky voice. I'm annoying as well, says Ting Ting. Yep.
Yeah, again, here's what's really, this is what holds.
Okay, wait. So
Okay, go.
I got to say this because we talked about this the other day.
Sure.
Derek said, I mean, who actually takes the time to tell somebody their voice isn't annoying? What an a-hole. Let me just tell you this. The other day, Ryan was being a jerk, frankly. And I was like, what's the matter? And he said, I'm reading YouTube comments. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, YouTube is evil. The people on YouTube are very evil. It's funny because I respond to comments on Facebook. I respond to comments on Instagram is where I try to really focus.
Yep, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, I talk to people. But YouTube, man, these people are nuts.
Yeah, they attack me. They attack him. And it's not just little things. It's full on attacks, and it is such mean and hateful things.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
But Gary Vee said something interesting the other day. He said, hurt people try to hurt people. Happy people make people happy.
Yeah.
And isn't that the bottom line? Like, if you have to leave a comment like that, I feel bad for you. You obviously have some things happening in your life. You're very upset. You're struggling.
Yeah.
And you've got to push it off on other people.
Yeah,
so
and
I get it.
The thing is I'll watch people and I'll think that sometimes their stuff is stupid or they're annoying, or it's not that we don't have those thoughts, but I can honestly say in my entire life, I have never wrote a comment on there that said anything mean or rude. I'll just click off and go somewhere else, or I just won't say anything. I've never attacked someone like that.
I post comments like, fix your audio.
Oh, yeah, but that's fine if it's something, random like that. But to actually attack someone.
Blue Lex says, Grover got the voice of a champion. Damn straight.
Okay, I'm not a bad person. I love people. That's why I'm doing Thor as a security guard. Oh, Rescue 29. Hey, good to see you back. I think you were missing for a little bit. Did you lose a loved one? I think that's what I read. Or is that Security 29? I think there's two different people, right? One of our viewers said that they lost their daughter.
Oh,
and they've been gone for a little bit. Yeah. So I don't know if it was
pretty shitty.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Security 29 or Rescue 29, but wait. LOL, dang, Tiff, thanks. I know my voice is annoying. No, you're not annoying. Gosh. Yes, misery loves company. Isn't that true? All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Here.
Nope, I got another video. You ready?
Wait. Vedder versus Tier 1. Glock 43X or SIG 365 for carry.
Vedder follows me, and I want to be respectful, but Tier 1 is a far superior product than Vedder. I think Vedder... There's just a lot of things that are very cheap with Vedder holsters, in my opinion. I think the clips that they use are cheap. I think they have way too much Kydex.
Did you just buy a cheap one?
No, they sent me products. I've bought stuff. Even the belt that they sent me, remember?
Yeah.
They sent me their belt last year, and I was like, you made this belt, but you never actually looked in the market to see what other people were making.
Right, it was
because
plain.
Your belt is significant. It's your brand new launch. We're so excited about it. But it's significantly worse than everybody else. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to make a belt, it has to be better than the Core Essentials belt.
Or what the standard
Core Essentials is the leader in the gun belt world,
There's a couple other good ones, though, that just came through that people are talking about. So we're going to have to get our hands on those.
Okay, anyway.
And see.
Tier 1 concealment, definitely the way to go.
But
there's also other, really good brands like Concealment Express. Very inexpensive, very high quality.
Yes. I agree. So Rescue 29 said, yes, he lost his daughter, Star. So we are very, very sorry.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Sorry for that, and we'll keep you in prayer. I mean, what do you say when somebody loses a kid? That's like the worst thing that can happen.
It's the worst thing that can happen ever, right? I have those moments sometimes when you're talking to the kids or you're hanging out with them where you think about that.
Think about it? I know, I hate that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And you just try to snap out of it.
Hey, thanks, Dan. We appreciate you, bud.
Yes, thank you, Dan. So he said Glock 43X or SIG 365. Well, I'll tell you what, we have both. Both shoot great. Both are really reliable. Both are awesome guns. So that's where you go. This is your personal choice. Which one fits your hand better? Which one do you think shoots better? Because it's subjective, to each person.
And frankly, it doesn't matter which one you buy.
No, they're both great guns. They're both reputable dealers. They both got good warranty. No matter what, you can't go wrong. So go to the store, fondle them both, figure out which one you want.
Okay, you guys ready to see the famous Buck explaining Florida stand your ground law?
Here we go.
In Florida today, hundreds of protesters gathered at the state capitol demanding changes in the Stand Your Ground law.
No, stand your ground! No, stand your ground!
I love Florida Stand Your Ground law. As long as I'm in fear for my life, I can shoot anyone for any reason without consequences.
Oh, good one. I was in fear for my life. I had no choice. I had to shoot him. Self-defense, stand your ground.
Yep, I love Stand Your Ground. They grow up fast, don't they?
Oh, dude.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys catch that was Lincoln, who's Gator, Buck's son, in the background burning the dead body that he just shot? And the guy, all he did is wave at him.
Awesome. Almost lit my son on fire that day.
So crazy.
It was crazy. So what was funny about that day is that Tiffany was there initially. We actually filmed it twice. Like, they lost some material the first time we filmed it. So Tiff was there the first time we filmed it, and the fire was very small because Tiffany was like, Ryan, this is a public parking lot
because
on a
Tiffany,
major road.
Wait a minute, because Tiffany is a responsible parent. And I'm like, no, if you're going to let Gator do this, then we need to be careful. There's going to be just a little bit of gas. And actually, it was filled with water the first time. So we, the adults, poured a little gas. And then Lincoln just came by with water to make it look like he was pouring a ton, and then we lit it, and I was standing right there, and we had fire extinguishers.
But it didn't have like the flair. It didn't have the passion that I was looking for. So Tiffany had to go somewhere, and I was like, all right, now that Tiffany's gone, give me that jug of gas.
I was
like,
pissed.
This is going to be a one-shot wonder. Let's get this done.
Yeah. I wasn't happy.
Yeah, but it was pretty awesome.
Okay, Arthur said, my friend lost her older son Thursday. Sorry, Arthur. That stinks. Man, I don't know what I would do there. Okay.
Cool, let's get Kyle's question. So Kyle says, can you have a gun in your car without a concealed weapons permit in Florida legally?
For sure.
Yeah, so you're allowed to have a firearm in your car in Florida with or without a permit, as long as you are over the age of 18 and the firearm is securely encased or not readily accessible for immediate use.
It's not it's or, because people get it confused.
Right.
And there's no 3-step rule. That's
right.
Mumbo jumbo. So
securely encased means a gun can be inside the glove box, center console, zippered gun bag, it's snapped in a holster, or something of that nature.
Just an anarchist. Well, when you say it that way, he says, I'm a responsible parent. I only give them a little bit of gas.
Yeah.
When you say it that way, it doesn't exactly sound the best.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. How do you feel about the pepper ball guns? I have to tell you, I am a fan. I think that it is cool because I think that that's something, I actually think that would be great for younger kids that, like when you just start leaving them at home, 13, 14, and you don't
want... Is this part of the response? I'm a responsible parent, so I gave my kids a handgun.
No, you can leave your kids home, though. Like when they're 13, 14, you got to run to Publix up the road, right? And they want to stay home for 30 minutes because they don't want to go to Publix. I think the pepper ball gun is perfect. Because it actually shoots like 40 feet, right?
Kyle has a pepper ball gun, right?
Does he?
Yeah, so we should get it from Kyle and shoot me.
What gun shop did we go to with the Guns and Tacos that had it?
The Armories.
The Armories? Okay, they had one there and they explained it. We looked at it. It looks really cool. I think that it is a great option when you don't have like a shootable offense, like somebody's banging on your door, but they're not, I don't know. I think it's cool.
Okay, so Canic TP9FX says, we're going on a cruise. Can you conceal carry on a ship? Nope. Not allowed to carry at the port or on a ship.
No, I think.
But I did, when we went on it, we've only been on a cruise one time. We went to Jamaica. Yeah. I stole a steak knife off the ship because Jamaica was scary.
So here's the thing. Just like, I don't know where Ryan learned it, but it might have been like Nut and Fancy or something, but way back in the day. But it was the idea that you find, when you can't have a weapon, you find a weapon and you keep that weapon on you. So like the very first time we went to the airport, we ordered a meal and the burger came with like a steak knife in it.
Yeah,
so
it was
Ryan
at Ruby
was
Tuesdays. Like, you idiots, I just went through this happened at the Tampa airport.
Like, we already went through security. So then Ryan's
you
like,
just handed me a steak knife.
Yeah.
So I took it.
And so that he had something on the airplane in case something like 9/11 happened. Another time, I was pissed. He went to the gift shop. He bought this huge, like, Eiffel Tower, not this way. The Eiffel Tower's this way, Tiff. Like, souvenir, but it was really strong and pointy. And it was like $20, but he's like, this is my weapon. So he purchased that. And then when we went to Jamaica, on the ship, they had steak knives. So he was like, heck, I'm keeping this on me. So you can be creative so that you have something at least on you to protect yourself.
Now, I'm not encouraging you to bring a knife into a foreign country.
Yeah, no, but I don't know, though, if you had... Yeah.
Jamaica was scary.
It was.
They were hunting us.
They did not port like at a good area. It's very poor, and
they were like looking for the weak. weak people. I was trying to like buy a Cuban cigar because everybody said you can get them there, and I've never had a Cuban, right? So I'm like asking these dudes, where can I get a Cuban cigar? And they said, come into this tent. We'll sell it to you in the tent. I said, bullshit. You'll sell it to me right out here, man. I'm not going into that tent with you.
Yeah, so Todd said, I remember being left at home, 10 or 11. Dude, we were left at home even younger than that. He said, what is a proper age to leave them at home nowadays? The Florida actually has a law, and it's 12 years old. Yeah, so, some people do it a little earlier than that. I'm just like, playing it safe. So
yeah, and I think it's based on the kids. I would not leave Lincoln at home when he's 12.
But Paisley is 12 now, and when I go to walk the dogs, I used to always make them all come with me to walk the dogs. I don't go but like 2 blocks out of our neighborhood, but now I'll say, sweetie, you can stay home. So she'll lock up the doors and she'll stay home. Yeah. So, but she's 12 now, and she's super responsible. We went to, how do you say that? Negril?
Where? Which
Negril?
one? Negril.
I don't even know where that is.
Me neither.
Mary, I have no idea where that is, but she said it was intense. Yeah, it was very intense for us.
David says, I volunteer at a hospital. Can I carry? We're not allowed to carry in any medical facility that treats any degree of mental health patient. So unfortunately, probably 99% of hospitals treat some degree of mental health patients, so concealed carrying of a gun would be prohibited.
Yeah. Michelle Knight says that she has Alien Gear's holsters and she doesn't swap them out. Ryan likes some of the Alien Gear too.
So what does she want to do? She wants to swap them out?
No, somebody was asking. No, she said she doesn't. She likes them.
Yeah, I like Alien Gear holsters. I think they're another great American company. They do a really good job with stuff. I think their, what is it called? The Shapeshift holster is a little over-engineered in my opinion. But you try stuff, you see what works and what doesn't, and then you go from there.
Yeah, exactly. So here, your voices rule. What do you think about red dots on CCW, EDC tools? Some red dots are the future. Some say red dots are the future, help with aging eyes.
Yeah,
Ryan
Patty, it
that
definitely helps. Every student that I've had that had bifocals, trifocals, and just had a really hard time focusing on the front sight, the dot always helped.
Yeah.
So it will definitely help with that. And red dots are the future.
They are, and I'm fighting it. But I'll tell you what, every time I shoot your gun, I just feel like I'm in love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's quite a bit of money into that gun. I don't even want to know how much. But when I shoot it, I'm always like, wow, this is amazing. And I know that students even try to buy it off you. Like, they feel the same way. So
I'll sell it.
They like your gun. No, I told them it's not for sale. Shut up.
Like, I don't know if you guys ever get these text messages from real estate investors that say, hey, I want to buy your house cash. I always am like, yeah, sure, I'd love to sell you my house. And they're like, awesome, how much? $494, $494,000. And they're like, oh, your house is only worth $200. Okay, so what? I'm not interested in selling. You said you want to buy it. Here's the price.
Yeah. Katie said I wouldn't leave them under 12. Yeah, me neither. That's 12 is where I draw the line. And my boys, it'll probably be older than 12 just because
they're crazy.
They're crazy.
Let's answer Ann's question. So does Florida have a red flag law? Yes,
Florida
was one of the first states to pass a red flag law. It passed as part of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas School Safety Act. It's inside of my book, In Depth, Ann, inside the 2021 book.
She has it. She has your book.
Yeah, so it's in there, in depth, all the different statutes. But basically, what's different about Florida compared to a lot of other states is the Florida red flag law has to be initiated by a law enforcement officer or a law enforcement agency, not a family member. We do have, what is it called? You're allowed, and it's called an ex parte risk protection order, where they're able to violate your right to due process. They take your guns first based on evidence, which could simply be, if you remember, I posted a story a while ago. This guy lived across the street from this woman. There was a vacant lot next to this woman's home, and the woman would always walk her dog in that vacant lot, which is not a big deal. But I guess she would let the dog poop, but she would never pick it up. So the neighbor multiple times would say to her, like, hey, can you pick up your dog's poop? And he videotaped her a few times. She was able to go to the police and say, my neighbor is stalking me. He's videotaping me.
Pick up the poop.
That was enough for the judge to issue a temporary ex parte risk protection order. All of this guy's guns were seized. And it took over 1 year for him to get his guns back from the courts because he couldn't afford to hire an attorney to fix that. So it is definitely abused. It is very scary that anybody can say anything about you and they could take your guns.
I hate seeing big piles of dog crap on my walk.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. Just saying. Okay, Vinny says, if I visit and have a Pennsylvania CCW, does Florida recognize my PA CCW?
Yes.
Yes, they do. I was pretty sure, but I figured I'd let you answer that in case it was wrong.
Yeah, Simply T says, my pastor saw my gun in my Bible bag and gave me a high five.
Yeah,
Praise
heck
the Lord.
yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, Ray says, does law enforcement use red dots? Ray, this is something that really pisses me off about what's happening with law enforcement. Law enforcement officers are forced to use subpar equipment because their legal departments are all concerned that so what I mean by that, we got a sheriff down the road, right? He pulled his AR out the other day, was moving it from one part of his truck to the other. So I was able to see it, right? It was a very basic Colt AR, semi-auto, iron fixed sights, no optic, no light.
Probably not even a floating rail, just a drop-in rail.
A2 handguard. Yeah. Like, it was ridiculous. For me, I want cops to have some high-speed stuff, but they're not allowed to have an optic, a rail, unless you're on a SWAT team. You're not supposed to have a flashlight, and all these other things that they think is going to protect them from a civil lawsuit. Really what you're doing is you're forcing your officers to be at a disadvantage to that scumbag who has better technology.
Yeah.
If you're going to put cops on the front line to go out there and do some badass shit defending us, they need to have the kind of guns that can handle it.
BB says she loves you for your gun.
Say it again.
She loves you for your gun because I said I love your Glock 19. Yeah. Okay, so Joey Lee makes a good point. He said, just a warning, I use the Alien Gear holster with my Core Essentials belt, and the belt barely fits through the clips. Kind of a pain in the butt to get
that's
through.
interesting.
Super tight. Yeah, it's not the standard, like 2-inch or whatever it is.
Alien Gear is not standard, or the belt is not standard?
I think it's the Alien Gear because all your stuff fits.
Yeah, all my holsters fit good.
Yeah, so it's probably the Alien Gear is just a little off the specs, but when you have a bigger belt like the Core Essentials, then... yeah, that sucks.
So Tesla M3 says, is there a red dot for the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus?
Yes.
Sure. I'm sure there's lots of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, gun manufacturers today know that red dots, optics on pistols is the standard.
Yeah, you just got to get it machined, right? You got to get the machine or the slide machine to fit that.
But I'm pretty sure Kyle's still on here. Kyle has the Performance Center model right now.
Does he? Does
the Performance Center come with an optics ready mount? I would assume it would.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh gosh. So Mary said, show the clip of the kids using it's not a taser, it's the pepper spray on Ryan. Yeah, that
was a rough day, man.
We can do that one the next time. But Mary, if you haven't heard the story about Ryan coming home and what he did with it to wash the pepper spray off.
Let's just say if you ever get pepper sprayed, do not take a shower naked.
Yes, because that pepper spray runs down and is not friendly to the sensitive ball sack.
And dipping your balls in Pepto-Bismol does not work.
Screaming to your wife to get you a bowl so that you can pour the Pepto-Bismol so you can dip your man junk in it.
Does not work.
Okay, Frank says, my son lives in New York and applied for an out-of-state Virginia CCW. Has a certificate now. He's moving to Florida. No, it is not transferable.
Yeah, so that company is a very shady company. Yeah. So they're incorporated out of San Diego. Mm-hmm. Lots of people have attempted to file lawsuits, but this guy's very smart. Nobody's been able to figure out who actually owns it because he's actually licensed under a Nevada corporation, which if you guys don't know, Nevada corporations, because of the mafia, the information is not public record. Mm-hmm. It takes a court order to actually release the information. And many times in that situation, they still can't do it.
Yeah.
So there's multiple shells. It is a scam. It is not valid in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
And
it's not valid any which way you look at it. And it's not valid in a lot of places, but on the website, before he gets you to pay, he tells you that it's valid. Yeah. So that's why there's been so many issues with that.
Yeah, so Kyle says the Shield Plus is optics ready.
Oh, did you? That. Mary said she saw one with a taser today.
No, the kids tasered me.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even seen that one then, Mary. Honestly, I'll have to take a look at it.
Lincoln keeps saying, because he's like, the last time they stun gunned me, it didn't work. He's like, let me do it to your neck, Dad. I'm like, you're not putting that thing on my neck.
Oh, gosh. All right, Ryan. It is about that time. Can you imagine that it's already...
Hold on, let's answer this question.
Okay, wait.
Akil says, how do I sign up for your classes? There's a link in the description above or below.
Or just go to tampacarry.com. Super easy. Tampa Carry, CARRY.com. You can sign up. All the classes are on there.
There you go, right there.
Right there. Look at Ryan and his fancy buttons. So we are going to do a giveaway tonight. The first thing we're going to do is give away a copy of Ryan's book. And then after the book, we'll give away a t-shirt. Ryan, show him the new t-shirt. So you can pick any t-shirt you want on the website, but I want you to read this t-shirt. So it says, Ryan, you read it because it's far away.
Okay, you will never see refugees from America. We don't run, we dust off our guns and handle it.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? And isn't that true? Like, when stuff...
That's actually what successful people do, is identify the problem and then figure out whatever you got to do and then fix it, right?
Yeah.
What unsuccessful people do is run from a problem thinking it's going to be better somewhere else with a different woman, a different job, whatever. And the reality is it's always the same until you deal with it.
Different woman doesn't help. Stick with this one. All right. So, yes, thank you, Chris. All right, go ahead and comment book. And I'm going to give you a few seconds here. Yes, new shirt.
Somebody was asking, what's the best website to buy or sell guns privately in Florida? You can always go to Florida Gun Trader or Arms List are really the two biggest ones.
You just sold a gun with Bunker Depot, though,
yeah,
too, right?
I personally find that selling guns through those websites is a huge pain in the butt.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with people that are not interested in buying anything. They're interested in wildly lowballing
because all they want to see is if they can get a gun for really cheap.
Or I list, hey, I got a Glock 19, I want $500, and people are like, oh, hey, I got this random gun, you want to do a trade? That's not what I said.
Yeah.
What I said in the listing is $500.
Yeah, if you said, open for trades or something like that, but.
So anyway,
okay.
I think it's easier to just sell it on my own on Gunbroker. Or bring it to a professional like Bunker Depot. Let them sell it for me.
Wow. Jay Chambers wrote, book Olight t-shirt.
We got this guy trained.
No, don't comment shirt yet. I won't pick you for the shirt. All right. So, Troy Schlud.
What are you doing?
How do you say that name?
Schuld. He knows who he is.
You sound just the same as I do. Troy, you just won the book. Please send me an email to winner@tampacarry.com and include your mailing address. I like when people email me. They're like, I won. Do you need my mailing address? Then they send the email.
Kind of how this works.
And then I reply back, yes, I need your mailing address. All right, we are going to give away a t-shirt. Ryan will put the t-shirt up there. You don't have to pick this t-shirt.
Hey, thanks, Joe.
You can pick any t-shirt you like on the website. I think we have close to 60 t-shirts. And if you are looking to support Ryan and I, take the t-shirt down. If you're looking to support Ryan and I, you can purchase any of the t-shirts on our website. We just changed the pricing model because before it had shipping. Now we got rid of the shipping. So it's just $20 for a t-shirt, free shipping. And that really helps us out. So if you want to do that, maybe you'll find a t-shirt that you like on there. What?
Okay, so CT Chief, it's an important question.
Okay.
Can I buy a pistol here in Florida? I'm a resident and gift it to my dad who is visiting from Illinois. It's a Model 29. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So for a couple reasons. Number one, under federal law, you are only allowed to transfer possession of a handgun to a person who resides in the same state as you. Mm-hmm. So the only way you can buy your dad that gun as a gift, but you have to ship it to an Illinois gun dealer, and your dad has to take possession of it from a gun dealer in Illinois. But if you give that gun directly to him here, it is a felony. And if that gun's ever used in an incident or whatever and the police find out, you're going to get in a ton of trouble. It's just not worth that. What's up, buddy?
Jackson wants to come say hi. You ate your M&M yogurt. Little turkey. All right, Ryan, you pick a winner for the t-shirt, please.
All right, here we go. Rolling the dice. Oh, no, I can't pick that person.
Why?
Because he just won a bunch of stuff.
Oh.
Okay, Samuel Valentine. So
what you can do, Samuel, is go to our website, tampacarry.com, click on the shop tab, click on t-shirts, look through the t-shirts. There's about 60. And then send me the SKU, the size, and the color that you like to winner@tampacarry.com, and we'll get that shipped out to you. That is all, folks. Do you have anything to say? Jackson has nothing to say for the first time ever. How come you're not this quiet at home?
He's always this quiet.
Oh.
Thanks for watching, guys. We greatly appreciate you. Have a great night.
How much more longer?
Right now, we're saying goodbye. Can you say bye? Wave. All right, we will see you next Monday night at 7 p.m. Thanks, guys.